Hello and welcome to a special Bavarian flavoured Techspert Weekly with extra bonus helpings of hot sausage. I've come to Munich for Xiaomi's grandiose bit of tech spaffage where they revealed the fresh new 15T smartphones as well as a dinky tablet, some snazzy open-ear headphones and other suitably shiny bollocks. And the fact that it just happened to be taking place just down the road from the OG Oktoberfest, well, obviously that had zero sway in my decision to come out here and cover it all. Your Uncle Spurt obviously fully dedicated to covering the latest tech trends.
I like beer.
Undistracted by frankly ludicrous amounts of beer quaffage, an obstinate professional to the bitter end. Actually more like a constipated professional after all this bread and cheese diet. Tell you what, I would gladly trade someone my Xiaomi earbuds for a can of prune juice right now. And on that happy little blocked up note, jingle me.
Techspert Weekly. So this week, plenty of tech shenanigans going on, including OPPO finally revealing some saucy details about its fresh new Find X9 series of flagship smartphones, which should be launching globally towards the arse end of October. And these upcoming flagships will be among the first powered by Mediatek's fresh out of the oven Dimensity 9500 chipset, which once again goes all big cores. Any little cores can basically do one. This thing has 4 performance cores, 3 premium cores, and a Billy Big Dick Ultra core, which would make sweet love to your mother 10 times over, and yet still have enough grunt in the tank to mow the lawn and take out the bins. You can expect a respectable performance boost versus the older Dimensity 9400, which was stuffed into last year's Find X8 flagships, but also, according to Mediatek, at least, that peak power consumption has also been kicked right in the danglies, reduced by over 50% overall, allegedly, so those Wuthering Waves sessions should go on even longer. And as always, expect plenty of fancy pants ray tracing shenanigans, which everyone obviously gives a massive toss about. OPPO didn't tease us with any further details of the Find X9s, but the internet, God bless it, has already prematurely ejaculated a load of specs and features all over the place. The Find X9 should sport a 50MP Sony LYT-808 camera, plus a bonus 50MP ultra-wide and telephoto shooter using Samsung sensors. Meanwhile, the Pro model will likely upgrade the telephoto shenanigans with a 200MP periscope shooter. Other specs include an almost bezel-free LTPO OLED display, which is boosted from just under 6.6 inches to almost 6.8 inches if you go Pro. So is that a Find X9 Pro in your pocket, or are you just hung like a German bratwurst? Both of OPPO's blowers will also pack in a battery that's bigger than Godzilla's G-string. We're talking around 7,000 mAh for the regular Find X9 and then 7,500 mAh for the X9 Pro. So this thing should go for bloody days. All with a tasty bit of 80-watt wired charging support and I believe it's 50-watt wireless charging. And also this week, of course, the whole reason I'm out here in Munich, Xiaomi launched some hot tech, including its fresh 15T and 15T Pro smartphones. These not quite flagships are competitively priced at 549 quid and 649 pounds respectively. Yet they also boast beefy performance. It's actually the Dimensity 9400 Plus that's shoved in there, plus some banging Leica camera action and proper media chops. They are running HyperOS of course, but hey, even the shiniest diamonds might possibly be tainted with wee nuggets of dinosaur shit. Possibly. I'm not entirely sure if that is factually accurate, to be honest. Maybe don't quote me on it. My full review of the Pro model is live right now on Techspert, and the 15T review I am working on as soon as I get this bloody iPhone Air review in the bag. And Xiaomi also spaffed out a charmingly dinky tablet, which isn't too much bigger than many modern smartphones. And again, got a lovely wee video for you fine folk right now on the Techsperts. Only real pain in the arse is that Xiaomi didn't tell me before I did the review it's not actually launching in Europe, so that's a bit of a bugger. And if you want to enjoy a lovely wee bit of music while you're out having your daily jog, but you don't want to get obliterated by the nearest double-decker bus, why not slap on Xiaomi's wonderfully comfortable open-wear Stereo Pro buds. The Stereo Pros dangle outside of your lugs rather than being stuffed in there, so you're fully aware of any possible dangers like approaching buses or those pesky charity collectors. There's practically no sound leakage at all, which is incredibly impressive, so you don't have to worry about any passing teenagers hoying rocks at you because you're listening to some sad old dad rock. You don't quite get a full-bodied bassy experience, of course, compared with some proper in-ear earphones or proper set of headphones, but you do get over 8 hours of hot Bryan Adams action from a single charge of these buggers before they will need slipping back into the lovely wee carry case. And speaking of this carry case, I absolutely adore that Xiaomi has gone with a soft felty finish for that top bit. Satisfyingly strokeable it is. It's probably my favourite feature actually. And Xiaomi also launched a whole bunch of smart home shenanigans and excitingly announced that their EVs would be going global in 2027. So here's hoping they actually make their way to Blighty. So are you stoked for Xiaomi or Oni for OPPO? Let us know in the comments below. And now it's time for a delightful wee spot of viewer comments, Oktoberfest edition.
Viewer comments. So we'll kick off this week with Dieter1971, who says, "Techspert, you're my hero." Far too kind, sir. I can only assume that you're aspiring to be a knackered old pisshead, just somehow ended up mistakenly becoming a tech YouTube twat. Maybe it's time to find some new heroes, dude, I don't know. Next up, me and me. Bloody hell, that is a hard username to say after a couple of steins. Uncle Spurt's Apple review is the best bit of alcoholic journalism ever. I mean, once again, very kind, thank you. But I do know a lot of journalists, because I used to be a journalist, and let me tell you, every bit of journalism is technically alcoholic journalism. Speaking of the iPhone, I actually used it to shoot this video right now. I've been using it as my full-time phone for the best part of a week. Used it to shoot loads of my Oktoberfest vlog, which should be going up on the Spurt Hole channel over the weekend, hopefully, if I'm not so utterly broken I can't actually even open my laptop to edit the bugger. Next up, Ramin M says, "Will you review the Motorola Edge 60 Neo?" Hey, listen, I've reviewed more Motorola smartphones than Snoop Dogg has smoked dodgy cigs. Dedicated to the cause, man. You need about 12 hands to count how many Motorola smartphones I've reviewed, or one of those, what they call the bead things. I think the Roman used to use them. Abacus, that's what you would need. You know that when I was a kid, one year for Christmas, I actually got an abacus. Who the hell buys a kid an abacus? I mean, at least a calculator would have been a present still, but at least it would have been useful for school. Try fitting a abacus into your pencil case. Sorry, what actually was the question again? Never mind. Redmi 1648 says, "When are you going to review the Sony Xperia 10 Mark VII?" I'll be straight with you, Redmi. I haven't been offered one by Sony, and I probably won't be kicking down their doors anytime soon to get one either. So I basically have smartphones gushing out of every single orifice right now. And metaphorically, obviously, not literally. Although that would probably make a pretty good YouTube video, the how many mobile phones can I fit inside myself challenge. Seems like a good idea after a couple of these bad boys. Next up, Chris Hofmuck says, "Samsung is following the Apple trick, give them no upgrades and charge more." Although, you know what, Apple is now absolutely reaping the benefits of this strategy, because look at what they've done. They've finally put a not stingy amount of storage into their smartphone and slapped a bloody 120Hz screen on it, which Android has been doing for bloody years. And everyone's calling them geniuses and calling the iPhone 17 the best bloody phone of the year. Chris Life says, "We all saw innovation slowly dying from 2019. I mean, that is depressingly true. Brain Food TV says, "Still using an S22 and receiving updates, all working fine. Maybe if you don't need to upgrade, then don't bother. Then you don't have to moan about big price increases or small upgrades to specs." Good point, Brain Food, you tell him, lad. Dragon Hills has an even older blower. "I'm still rocking my S10, he says, and haven't found a new phone that's interesting." Yeah, I'll drink to that, good buddy. Oh, we got a bit of umpire band accompaniment for the next comment. Mr. Substantial says, "Hey, I happen to like my Galaxy S25 Edge. Battery isn't that damn bad." Firstly, absolutely love that username, and I'm deeply intrigued. Is it like a nickname from an old girlfriend, perhaps? Second thing, I've already forgotten what the question is again. Let's just say yes. And next up, Cook and Frags says, why can't Samsung and Apple just become one company? Then we can finally pay 200% more than right now. And maybe Samsung and Apple combine into Snapple. And Nick Little says, are you guys paid to on the S25 Edge? I've had most flagship phones over the past 10 years, and the Edge is by far my favourite. The battery capacity that you guys keep bringing up is a complete non-starter. It's super efficient, and most days I go to bed with 40%. Clearly, you haven't actually tried it. Oh, I've tried it, buddy. I tried it. And I mean, if you're going to bed with almost half of the battery still remaining, I'm actually wondering if you actually tried it. But I do always enjoy how angry fanboys constantly reach for the someone must be paying for you angle. Like it's completely impossible for somebody else to have a different opinion to them. Nick Little, more like Dick Little, am I right? Neopunk says, when are they going to release translucent smartphones for sakes? Damn right, surely that's the next big thing. I want to see inside you so bad. Incidentally, worst Channel line of all time. Next up, Jesse Boy says, that Bavarian sausage looks mad good. I'll tell you what, these lads right here, they know how to do a sausage. Absolute sausage supremos. I went to Alton Towers last week and had a flaccid foot-long hot dog that repeated on me for about 48 hours. It honestly tasted like a ferret had crawled into my mouth, threw up, and then died. You can see more on that abomination in my Alton Towers video over on the Spurtle channel, if you don't mind being put off your lunch. But this Bavarian grub, bloody hell. Let me tell you, if I lived here, I would be stuffed full of sausage every damn day. Phil D says, September the 17th is my 55th birthday. Let me tell you, you think hangovers are bad at your age? Sweet Christ. Somebody recently told me that German beer doesn't give you hangovers because it's made from such pure mountain water. Let me tell you, after a few of these bad boys, I reckon tomorrow morning my head's going to be feeling like a honeymooner's mattress. And last up, because my voice is absolutely dying trying to speak over the umpire band, Mike B says, bring back the Mankini. Christ mate, now that is a blast from the past, and all I can say is be careful what you wish for, because I might have actually packed the bastards. Wink wink. Okay, a massive thank you to everyone who commented last week. Please do tappity-tappity-tap your comments down in the comments bit. Smash through as many of those as possible, and a hopefully quieter environment next week. And speaking of next week, what the f is next week? So next week, what is happening? I don't know, I'm too pissed to focus on my calendar. Probably some highly thrilling smartphone shenanigans, no doubt. And don't forget to head to the Spurtle channel. You'll find it linked from TechSpurt to find my full vlog on all the Oktoberfest fun times happening here in 2025. To the rousing sounds of the umpire band, I say, have you an absolutely bloody marvellous weekend. Thanks for watching this shower right to the bitter end, despite all of this raucous behaviour. I'm off to finish this, stagger to another 10 and make the same mistake all over again. Cheers everybody!